Good evening, everybody. Today is 13th of July, and the time is past 6 of the evening. And welcome to the Unleaf Show. Okay, so I told you on Saturday that I was going to do a show on Sunday too, but yesterday I could not do the show because, as I told you on Saturday, that I had to attend a program. It was not a program, but it was like an invitation for us, for the students of our college, that we have to go to this park and we have to plant some saplings there. It was wish, it was not wish, but it was some sort of a program like Vraksharopan Mahayag. Vraksharopan Mahayag. I don't know. This program Vraksharopan Mahayag has been organized in almost all of the medical colleges of the state. So it has been done in my college as well. So I went to that park and we planted some saplings there, and it turned out it was not a park. It was a farmhouse of one of my teachers, because my teacher, she is married to a BJP MLA. She is my gynae teacher and she is married to a BJP MLA, and that BJP MLA owns that farmhouse. So we went to that farmhouse and we planted some saplings there, and we took photos and we had a great time there. It was really amazing. And after that, I came to my room, and my friend called me yesterday after that he was shifting his room, so that I have to help. I went there, then I helped him, bringing his luggage and taking his luggage to his room. Shifting is very tough. If you are shifting and you are living alone in a city, your family is not there, then shifting is really tough. It is really hard. So we did the shifting yesterday, and after that I was exhausted, because first I went to that park and after that I went to my friend and we did shifting of his room. So that is why it was really exhausting. I was tired, therefore I did not do a show yesterday. I did not have any topic to talk about yesterday, so it was a fair point. I did not do a show yesterday. So today, let's talk about today. Well, I do not have anything new to talk about today, but today is the 16th day of the strike of Sonam Wangchuk, of the hunger strike of Sonam Wangchuk, and I have been telling you that 16 days is like his record. It is like the maximum number of days that he has been able to fast is 16 days. He did this hunger strike for 16 days back in 2024, and now he hit the 16-day mark today. And I do not see that the government is going to calm things down between the CJP and itself anytime soon. I don't know what the government is doing, because if anything happens to Sonam Wangchuk by virtue of this hunger strike, then I think it is going to be a real problem. Not for the government, but I think it is going to be a problem. It will get a lot of media coverage, but I think government does not care at this point, because he is showing the signs of weakness. His body is frail. He has lost almost 8 kg of weight, and the government is showing no signs of talking to these people, of talking to these CJP protesters. I don't know why. I don't know why they are doing this, but it is really tough seeing Sonam Wangchuk. What he is doing. He has been fasting for 16 days. He is putting on a fight against the government, against the corruption in the government, because the NEET leak was a mistake on the government's part. But I don't know. The government is not kneeling in front of these people. It is really hard watching Sonam Wangchuk do this, but to no avail. It is really stupid. Let's see what happens, but I do not see anytime soon that the government is going to talk to these people. I don't know what happens, but I think he should end this hunger strike before something bad happens to him, before his health worsens a lot. I think he should end this hunger strike. I know that many of you will think that it will be like putting an X on the foot. Yeah, it is, but I think the government is not going to listen. The government is not going to talk to these people. Therefore, I think it will be better, before something bad happens to him, he should end this hunger strike. He said on his Twitter that many people are saying to him that he should hang his boots, he should end this hunger strike, but he is not going to slow down. Instead, he has said that all the people who are asking for him to end the hunger strike, they should do something for him. And he said that the CJP along with Sonam Wangchuk, they are going to organize a march, a peaceful march on 20th of July from Jantar Mantar to the parliament. And 20th of July is important because it is the first day of the monsoon session of this year. It will be the first day of the monsoon session of parliament of this year, and he has said that the CJP protesters along with Sonam Wangchuk, they are going to organize a peaceful march on that day from Jantar Mantar up to parliament. And he has said that the people who sympathizes with the CJP and who hold the sympathy with the people who committed suicide after NEET leak, I think these people should, he said that these people should take part in this march. Yeah, it will be really good if the crowd turns out in a large number. It will be really good. Yeah, I think they can do this. The people who live close to Delhi, the people who live close to the national capital region, I think they should go there. They should take part in that march. It will be really amazing. It will be a morale booster for Sonam Wangchuk and the CJP. People should go there and people should take part in that march. So we'll see what happens on 20th of July. But yeah, the condition of Sonam Wangchuk is getting worse. I think the government should do something, all right? It will be really good. I wish the government should do so. I wish the government do something really soon. And the other thing is this E20 protest, this E20 petrol, oh my god. I don't know what the government is doing. I was using Twitter this afternoon and almost every other tweet on my feed was about this E20 petrol. The like sycophants, the intense sycophants of the BJP are criticizing this decision. It is really stupid, but what is funny is that these people are just criticizing Nitin Gadkari and Hardeep Singh Puri. They are not saying anything against the Prime Minister. They are not criticizing Modi ji. They are not saying anything against PM Modi. Come on, it is his government, and I believe nothing happens in his government without his approval. So I don't know. It is really funny why these people are not asking him the questions, why these people are not criticizing him. They are just cussing Hardeep Singh Puri and Nitin Gadkari, not the PM Modi. And Dharmendra Pradhan might be getting sighs of relief, all right, ever since this E20 petrol shit has started. Because before that, everybody was saying Dharmendra Pradhan should resign. He is the most incompetent minister in the cabinet of Narendra Modi. But after this E20 petrol, now everybody is on to Nitin Gadkari and Hardeep Singh Puri. So it is good for Dharmendra Pradhan that the focus of people has shifted from him. Now, the Nitin Gadkari and Hardeep Singh Puri are the targets of people. Yeah, so he is taking a sigh of relief. He might be, and I guess he is taking a sigh of relief. And there is my friend. One of my friend was standing there. Therefore, I got a little nervous. Therefore, I got put off little bit of the track. So it was this. Yeah, so we were talking about this E20 petrol. And Nitin Gadkari for the longest time has been saying that E20 petrol does not harm the vehicles. But I think yesterday he has said that the car manufacturers should repair the gaskets, repair the washers of the cars if they get damaged by E20 petrol, if they get damaged by ethanol. So it is really stupid. He was saying that no vehicle and no part of vehicles is going to get damaged by this E20 petrol. Now he is saying that the maker should, repair these parts who are going to damaged by E20 petrol without taking any extra money from the people. So he's showing signs, at least. He was saying that there are no harm of it, but now at least he acknowledges it is doing some harm to the vehicles. So it is good. And I think I saw a meme. No, I think it was a tweet. And Nitin Gadkari has said that ethanol and petrol, they provide the same mileage. I don't know whether it is true or not. Allegedly, I saw it on internet. It can be false, but I think he's not that stupid that he would say something like this, that petrol and ethanol give the same mileage. It will be really stupid, because I saw that petrol the power generation of the petrol, the energy that the petrol gives is 34 megajoule per liter, and what the ethanol gives is 21 megajoule per liter. So it is a difference, all right. There is a difference of 13 megajoule. So it is the reason for the declination in the mileage of the cars. And there is a fellow YouTuber, Saurav Joshi. I should not say he's a fellow YouTuber. He is a very big YouTuber. I'm just a small YouTuber. I'm just starting. Saurav Joshi is a huge YouTuber, and he has said that his car has also suffered this mileage reduction from E20 petrol, and he got attacked left, right, and center by these BJP people. Everybody was attacking him, and he got, I should not say he got scared, I think he got nervous, and he deleted that video from his YouTube channel, from his social media. So it is not good. But yeah, words have gone around the people on social media that something wrong is happening by this E20 petrol. Even Saurav Joshi is commenting about this. So I think I'm getting a little bit nervous because one of my friends is standing there and I cannot speak in front of him. Therefore, I should wrap up this show as soon as possible. So tata, bye bye. We will talk some other time, all right? Okay, bye.